Well, good morning. Okay, today I want to talk to you about these HTML flashy emails that everybody seems to like. That's what today's video is going to be about. I'm going to cover why you should avoid using HTML emails if possible. I'm going to also tell you why I always steer my clients towards using plain text versus HTML, some of those key points and reasons. And I'm going to share with you the major takeaways you should have from this video. First, my name is Jonathan Adams. I'm a mechanical engineer turned marketer. I help HVAC businesses, home service businesses with their email marketing. If you'd like more information, you can always click the description below, and there's some links in there for you to find out some more information. Okay, the key point here, HTML equals spam. HTML emails are harder to get delivered, okay? Now, I know that you're not going to believe that. If you go and look online at MailChimp, Canva, ConvertKit, any of these large email marketing providers, they're going to tell you HTML gets delivered just as well as plain text in today's world. Modern browsers and email clients can take care of that, no problem. And look at how beautiful these designs are, blah, 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 blah. That's great. Just keep in mind that these companies get paid whether your email gets delivered or not. Think about that, okay? Now, why does HTML equal spam? And that's my key point. HTML equals spam. HTML equals spam simply because of this. Take this as an example. Many of your customers and clients, sometimes they will actually give you a work email, okay? Especially if you have someone who actually works at a corporation or something, they have their work email with them pretty much all the time, as well as their personal email. They have only 2 email accounts. They don't want to get sales stuff on their personal account if they can avoid it. They already got enough there. But they will give you a work email. You can still reach them on this work email. You can still get them to open your email on this work email. But what you will not be able to do is overcome the spam filter and the firewall on their email client at their place of work, because their employer is very concerned with malware, with little tracking pixels, what have you. And they're not going to let every HTML email through the gate. So there's one reason right there. You're going to ostracize a portion of your list by having these fancy, pretty emails, okay? That's just an example. The other thing is not everybody uses an email client that can receive these HTML emails very well. Some of them get all distorted or can't present them well, and they just get blocked. And some spam filters are just there and just will block them wholesale anyway. So you've got enough reasons right there to stop sending them. But I know you want to send them because they look pretty, okay? So here's you a few more. The HTML email templates that you see, many of them are all about borders and wonderful graphics and videos and GIFs and what have you. And by the time you get done with all your flash and fireworks and everything else, where's the text? Where's the copy? Where's the sales copy? Why is anyone actually reading this or opening this? Okay? You're probably like me. You have a preview window in your email client, and when that comes up as a big HTML email with a bunch of download picture links and everything else, you're thinking, it's not really worth it, delete. Why would your customers be any different? So stop doing it, okay? You can't sell as much or provide as much information or as much value with just a bunch of 5 bullet points and a big picture. You need more text. Now, let's see. I mentioned preview windows. Not everybody keeps those open, so they won't treat them as kindly. Preview windows themselves don't necessarily like HTML emails either. They take longer to load, they're big, and they just scream sales. And it's really it puts people off, okay? Now here's the other thing I want to tell you. The opposite of HTML would be plain text. Plain text is fully extensible. Your computer works on plain text, all the code, everything else, okay? You, with plain text, have the ability to be very creative and can stand out. You can still do lots of dashes, bullet points. You can do separations in there. You can use white space. You can be an artist with plain text. You just have to try a little bit harder, but you can be very creative, okay? Ashy art, there's all sorts of things you can do with plain text. So get creative. Plain text can be read everywhere, okay? If the email pulls up on a smart watch, on a Raspberry Pi display output, what have you, it doesn't matter where that plain text email goes, it will be displayed. That's what you want. You want to be able to be seen everywhere. Now, if you just absolutely have to have the pretty HTML template, if I have not convinced you not to use it, then please take my next piece of advice. And if you use an HTML email, make sure that your provider will also send a plain text equivalent with it. And be sure to look at the plain text equivalent. There's ways to set that up. If you don't know how, if you want someone to do your email marketing for you, contact me, someone else, don't care. But make sure that whomever is doing your email marketing, if you just have to have a pretty HTML template to go out because you just can't help yourself, be sure there's a plain text equivalent that goes out with it. So no matter where it goes, perhaps you may actually get past the spam filter and more people will have a chance to open your email and receive your message. Okay, I hope this helps. Go forth and do.